So very good morning to everyone. Namaste to all. Yogesh, I'm seeing you after a very long time. You guys just disappear in between and we have no clue where have you disappeared there. One sec, I need to. Can you all see me now? Yeah. Practicing what I teach. But we go on probably I'm missing out on many other aspects of my life that makes it complete. Is my screen frozen? Shilpa is saying the screen is frozen. Is my screen frozen? The screen is lagging. Let me just check the connection. Now, is that fine? Let me just check the connection once. No, my connections are fine. So if it is lagging, I have no clue why it is lagging. So let's begin another beautiful week. And many of us go on thinking about and complain that this person overthinks, you overanalyze, you overthink. We feel it ourselves also that I overthink, I overanalyze. And again, coming to the point that not in every aspect of our life we overthink or we overanalyze. So any that we do over is equivalent to not being in balance. Anywhere in life we are not in balance is the sign of a problem, because then that creates a problem. As long as you are in balance, if you are eating some food and there is over salt, over sugar, over spice, you cannot eat it. It is neither healthy for your body. The taste of the life moves out when we overdo something about it. Obviously, when we underdo, then also the taste is missing. But at the same time, how we say that it was okay if there was less salt because we can put extra. It was okay if there is less sugar in your tea because we can always add some more. But if you already have put double the sugar or double the salt, you cannot undo that. Similarly, in life where we require thought process, our analytical skills to analyze and come to a conclusion and take a decision, be action oriented person, it's a good skill. And that's not a negative thing for you. That is very much important and very much required. The problem comes when we miss out on taking action because of our over analyzing and overthinking. And then we get trapped into something what we call a vicious circle. A vicious circle where people are overthinking and over analyzing, and that's why they are stressed. Probably they are anxious, they are nervous, and they are depressed. At the same time, people who are stressed, who are anxious, who are depressed, because they have nothing else to do. So if I, in one word, the fine line between the two, when am I thinking in a productive way and unproductive way is simply wherever we stop taking actions. If there is a project that you require to complete, and in that project, you think, you analyze, and you put yourself into action. But in spite of taking action, instead of taking actions, you are constantly thinking about, if I'll do this, it will become better if I do that. And you miss out on your deadline, you miss out on your submission, you miss out the submission of your life also. Life also comes up and pounces you with number of projects. And if I miss out on taking action, then the entire process of thinking and analyzing it, we do that because so that the final outcome is much better. But we must know when to put a stop to it and just simply to take an action. So that is the time what we say is your overthinking about something becomes very negative in your life. And not only the outcome of the life starts showing it, it starts showing on your health as well. Is that making sense to everyone? Because that definition differs from person to person. I cannot define it and say that, this is exactly this much quantity of thought process is required for you to be very productive and to operate from your best potential. And after that, anything that you do is over. It is not a cooking recipe that if you take 1 kilo of rajma, you require to put 2 spoons of sugar, the 2 spoons of salt into it, and then 8 number of tomatoes into it, and 1 spoon of garam masala. It is not where we can be so precise, because everyone has a very different priority, different way of living, different purpose of life, and different life plan. So I just need to ask myself only one question. Am I being productive? The minute I realize that I am not being productive, I'm overthinking. And the minute I realize that, the second step to avoid that is always and always take action. You might as well do that. I've seen many people who, before even packing their bags, when they are traveling, they say, oh, I'm very systematic, Sangeeta. I don't like things just haphazard. And that's a very good quality when you put down everything on a piece of paper. It is excellent. Sometimes I feel I'm missing on that quality in my life because I'm taking actions, but I'm not putting that. I sit here and I don't put down the things on the paper. What am I going to speak? I just sit and I start talking. They put down everything on the paper. But the last day before, till the last minute, they're still packing. So what happens to the list is at one side because they spend so many days preparing the list and they don't have time to take action and put everything together. There are people who will refer to 10 cooking books to find the perfect recipe for the item that they are preparing in the kitchen. But then they do not have enough time to go and prepare it in the kitchen. And there are people who just enter, they look at the things, they pick up the things, and then they just start preparing something. The final outcome is their dish is ready much before time. I'm just giving smaller examples to just understand in life we miss out the bus by sometimes constantly, repeatedly thinking about the same project again and again and not put a full stop there. It can be overwhelming for us and it can be injurious to our health as well. So the action is simply sometimes just to take action rather than constantly thinking about it. And where are we lacking in doing that? every time where we lack clarity about it. If I lack clarity about certain things, if I lack confidence about certain things, then subconsciously I tend to compare myself with others. And I tend to put up my action plan or my thought process based on what others are doing and not understanding what is my USP. It is not about, it's that one extra element that you add makes it special and that you enjoy doing it and people remember it. But the minute you get into the rut race that others do it this way, and I also require to do it that way, that lack of clarity makes you constantly to think and think and think about it. Because the resources that they have, the purpose that they have to do that task is the motivation for them and which is missing in your criteria list. But without realizing it, we also want to do it because others are doing it. And the minute we get into that trap, we are stuck. So that is the number 2 point of overthinking, that people normally get stuck because they overthink. I'm again reminding everyone, I'm not asking you not to think. Thinking is very necessary. I'm not asking you to be impulsive in your actions. That doesn't help at all. One required to analyze, one required to think and ask that question, why am I doing that? How will that particular thing serve me? Why is the need in me to do that? And probably I may took an impulsive action or impulsively I spoke about something, but doesn't mean that I made a mistake before. Once I understand that, I think probably this is not needed. The long term, it's not a long term investment. It is the wisdom that guides you to stop doing that. So being analytical about certain things, analyzing things is a very good quality. It is not something which is negative. But if that tends to make you lazy about something, if it tends to make you not to do anything about it and just logically defend yourself and analyze things and like logically just analyze and say, but this and but that, and then put a stagnation in the life, then probably for that particular aspect of your life, you need to think how to overcome it by taking action. Do I know how to do that? Do you know how to do that? Yogesh is saying no, Jaisal is saying no, but Jaisal and Yogesh, everyone knows how to do that. Everyone knows how to do that. Because there is some aspect of your life where you overthink. There are certain aspects of your life where you are quick in taking action. What you like, you are very quick in taking action. Where you have clarity about what you want, you are very quick in taking action. And you are so quick and good with it that your planning, your execution, everything happens simultaneously. You are that good with it. The laziest people, if they enjoy watching a movie, enjoy fine dining, the minute you tell them like a last minute program and you tell them that, let's go out for dinner, they are ready in 2 minutes. They will, in that 2 minutes, they take shower. In that 2 minutes, they get ready. In that 2 minutes, they decide what they want to wear. Otherwise, then what should I carry in my bag? What should I wear? But do I wear this? But do I wear that? There are 10 outfits. In that 2 minutes, they do the bookings. They call for an Uber. Everything multitasking. How did that happen? Why is it that, other aspect of your life, you take days and months and sometimes years and not take any action? what is important for you, and you are very clear. I want to go for fine dining because I enjoy food. I'm not cribbing and complaining why fine dining and not anything else. What the point I'm bringing is anything in my life which is priority. People who are addicted to going for a walk, no matter what, they find the time out for it. People who are addicted to watching Netflix, no matter what, they find the time out for that. People who call themselves workaholic, no matter what, they find the time out for work, even in any extreme conditions. They're in the bathroom and they are doing, they're walking and they are doing, but they just do it. So each one of us have one aspect of our life where we are very quick in taking action, which just simply means I know how to take action. I know how to be productive. The entire discussion and the point that I'm bringing here of overthinking is please be mindful, aware where you start becoming unproductive in life. In what aspect of your life are you becoming unproductive? Because you are simply thinking and not taking any action. And there are times where you just take action because you lack enough information about it. And that is okay. The way in which I did back-to-back workshop. Today, I have more than 60 certification under my umbrella. But when I started my journey, if somebody will tell me, but why do you go and do these classes? Are you stupid enough? You have 3 young kids. You are just separated in a nuclear family. Who looks after your kids? My parents would complain and they say, your husband comes back home and you are not at home. You leave the house at 8 in the morning and you come back at 7 in the evening. Children go to school, they come back, that time they have exams. I'm traveling to US for my further classes. But the minute I did my first class, I learned my first class and I realized how important it is to study subconscious mind. There was no looking back. Every other problem, whether I have money to do the class, whether I have time to do the class, nothing like whether it is the right time to do the class, whether people are approving it or not, whether people tell, अरे वो तो hypnotize करती है, वो अपनी आंखों से hypnotize करती है. She goes and learns some black magic. Nothing mattered. People said, who will get married to your daughter? This will happen, that will happen. Nothing mattered to me. Because I just had one thought. What they taught me, did that make any difference in my life? Yes. Should I show gratitude to them? Or should I be complaining and wanting to hide what I'm doing? And that is something which opened my eyes, and I realized that I think I should have learned it in the school. This is compulsory for everyone. Then there was no looking back. It was simply taking action. Learn more, learn more, learn more. Go on practicing, go on practicing, go on practicing till you perfect it. And then I believe that there's nothing which is limiting me by thinking that this is perfect. Because there is still a bigger horizon and there is still something more to open up to. And that's not going to happen by me just thinking that I will do it at some point of time. When I'm hungry, I need to eat the food right there. I cannot think about when, how, what, and spend 5 years of time in taking that time out. It is simply like whatever is available, taking action, preparing it, and eating it. It's the same thing in life, taking action. And that point of time, if I would have set and overthought, this is the right time because my children are still very young. What will happen? There's no one to look after my house. But we don't have that extra funds to spend to go to US and spend a huge amount of money into that. And then there were like 1,000 questions which can block you. But the thing is that no, this is important in life. I never thought before going to school or before sending my children to school because I knew that is important. The education is important. I never think that whether I need to prepare food every day because I know it is important to feed yourself. This is equally important. And probably the most important thing for my soul, I'm not going to die with the money that I have, the relationships that I have. I'm just going to die with this knowledge that I am gaining and my own belief systems that I am reprogramming. I came down on the earth to do only this one task. And now, if I don't prioritize it, I think I'm the biggest fool on the earth. And then I just took action. So, everybody and everyone on the platform, everyone knows how to be productive, how to operate with their best potential without getting stuck into overthinking, over analyzing. Everyone has the skill to put your analytical skills into the right channel and the right perspective and get the best results out of it to make your life very productive and to make yourself very, very productive and very fulfilling life, that what we call, where you are very satisfied and you are very happy with yourself. I'm not saying that people are happy. You are very happy with yourself of what you are doing, how you are doing, and at what point you are in your life. So let us quickly, because it's already 9:20 and last 2 weeks working with self-discipline, we've worked with to shut this sharp at 9:30. So very quick round of balanced emotional empowerment, B technique to release it. Although thought process that the God has given me, the brain, the analytical skills, is the biggest asset or one of the biggest asset probably that I have. If I just allow that to operate in the positive way without stagnating me, without stagnating my thoughts, without my ego overruling my intuition, without forgetting my roots and the foundation, probably I can help myself from not being the victim of overthinking and being stuck. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. I still choose to deeply and completely heal and integrate that part of me. Although there are parts and areas in my life where I really overthink and I get stuck and I'm unable to take actions and I become unproductive. Probably that makes me feel guilty, that probably that makes me feel like a failure. Probably that makes me feel angry on myself. Probably that makes me feel bad about the entire thing. Probably that makes me feel depressed. Probably that makes me start questioning my own worth and worthiness. Am I worthy of receiving something? But in spite of all my understanding that situations and things can change only and only when I take action about it and I do something about it and not by just thinking about it. Wherever I miss out on that, that stuck up part in me, that depressed part in me, that feeling guilty part in me, feeling being victimized, being a victim part in me, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept and heal and integrate the healed part within myself. Although we are the perfect creation that the Creator could have ever made, so perfect, so much in balance, whether that's the outcome of our own karmic actions, which we get back in the form of reactions, whether it is in the form of the words that we speak and get back from the universe, whether it is in the form of physical aspect of life, physical body knows exactly what chemical to produce, at what level our brain knows exactly how much energy to give, and be action oriented person. The God makes each one very much perfect and in balance based on our own actions and our accounts. Probably I just allow myself to be in acceptance of who I am, what I am, and what my situations are, and allowing myself to be in synchronicity for who I am, to connect to the divine within me and the divine outside me. Life becomes simply a flow of balance without overdoing or underdoing any aspect of life. Because then it is all about the balance that we are talking about. It's all about the flow and the synchronicity that I'm talking about. Anywhere my lack of flow, lack of balance, lack of synchronicity, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept that part of me and heal and integrate that part of me. Both the hands on your chest, 7 deep breath. Breathe in through the nostril, a lot of light, a lot of balance. Breathe out through the mouth, any feeling of being stuck, any stagnation, restoring the balance back in the body, mind, and soul. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to instill the feelings into everyone who says, yes, I know what it feels like to invoke the wisdom within me, to be in balance and allowing myself to be action oriented person, and that it is completely safe and deserving, and it is possible for me to know how to do that, when to take action, when not to, and to be in synchronicity with the life force within myself and the universal force around me. Into every cell of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs. In the language that your mind understands the best, for each one's highest and best, in the highest and best possible way for each one. May this feeling be downloaded into each one who says yes now and later while watching the video. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Passing unconditional love, light, and healing to each one present here. Yeah, you all can come back to the room. There is a lot to clear and lot to instill during this entire week. If any one of you have any problem related to overthinking, how it is blocking you, please write it down on our YouTube channels, Instagram accounts, or on our WhatsApp group, so that I can take personally also that one particular aspect of your life. If you don't have, I will keep on guiding you and will keep on releasing it. But to remember, it's 9 to 9:30. Be sharp at 9 so that we can stop it at 9:30. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, everyone. Do the introspection that I have guided you today. What aspect of your life? Take one aspect of your life so that you allow yourself the release and to be able to witness the change during this week itself. Yeah. So see you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. for this beautiful journey that we all do together. See you all.